medical we're starting to do slowly, because we don't have the resources. So we're going to do month by month slowly for the next 3 years until it starts. So that's the way we are going to ensure that we can give back. And our model is that this secondary school is going to be a dual model kind of thing. We're going to have probably 40% of scholarships from the community that is going to be in Natenja and thereabout, and then the other will be on private, so that this private can be paying fees for the others on scholarships. That's what we're thinking.
Where did you meet with Susan?
I met her in a place known as Kamlanza in Mzimba. She was singing choir, a church choir. And my dad was, at the end of his life, became an evangelist for CCP. Okay, if you are in Mzimba, they call them Maneni. Yeah, so he was an evangelist in that particular community. So I went to see him, and then this lady was singing in a choir. So she sang so beautifully and said I should get her.
That's my lovely. That's great. You're writing a book. What is the book on?
Books and books and books. Okay, so I think the pressure of work has led me behind a little bit, because I started 3 books. One book that I'm writing is an autobiography of myself. So the story that we're talking today, actually, I'm really humbled, because I can even just pick this audio and give somebody who can transcribe it for me now, making my life easier. To that book. So that's that. It's about chapter 5 now of that writing. I'm trying to document all the stages. What I've discussed today is just a piece of the main things that we've done. That one is still being written, and unfortunately the job demands quite a lot. So I normally spend just 2-3 hours in a week on that book. But then I also realized in many years that I've worked in the NGO sector, how challenging it is to run an NGO, especially from the governance perspective. So we have many young people, as you put it, because the jobs are not there. They're working up there and starting an NGO, a CBO and all things, but they have no clue on how to run that NGO governance-wise. So I've written a book known as Effective Governance for NGOs in Malawi. So effective governance for NGOs is going to talk about what does it mean to be an NGO. What is the board? What is the role of the board in running an NGO? How can you do the board meetings? Documenting board minutes. Okay, the ethics of boards and management. What's the difference? So I'm taking through the NGOs. If you are to start an NGO on that particular day, actually the book chapter 4 is talking about how to start an NGO in Malawi. So I'm even giving the tips on how what you need to do to start an NGO in Malawi, and what are the steps, what are the legal implications, all those things. So this book really is a companion. I'm calling it a companion for NGOs or those aspiring to start an NGO in Malawi. And by grace of God, this one has been finalized and is with the editor now, doing the edit. So we hopefully aiming at sending it to the publisher probably in July, and the launch should be in August, September, thereabout. And then the third one that I've also written, the draft is almost done, but I want to take it one step by the other, is again, working with the NGO sector. I've seen how it's challenging to document results and monitor results. So I'm authoring a book on monitoring and evaluation. Again, to ensure that my target group is these young organizations, the budding organizations. They go into they're coming from an agriculture perspective. They have no idea what M1D is. How can we build knowledge to them so that they run these NGOs with the ethics and knowledge and expectations that they're supposed to be? So that's the third book that I'm doing at the moment.
That reminds me of an issue where once a project is implemented, and the lifespan has ended, pretty much it looks like everything has ended.
Exactly.
And we haven't made any much progress.
And this is where the problem has been for NGO sector. We normally define a project as something that has a beginning and an end. And that an end, we're defining that process. So when you are doing a training, program that is a training about HIVs, we do all the trainings. Once the trainings have completed, we say the project has ended. Wait a minute, where are the results? Okay, so I think we need to move a step further. In this book, I'm saying the project starts when your process ends. Okay, so when you either construct a classroom block and it's finished, the day the students occupy that classroom block, that's when your project starts. Because that's when you are going to see the results going forward. So this is why we are doing the hydraulics of how to monitor and manage those kind of results and measure them and document them at the end of it all. Because that's where the challenges is. And all big NGOs, you can name them. That's where the trap they fall into. Normally the donors, they will give you millions and millions of dollars. They will be asking you, how much have you spent at the moment? The moment you say, we have finished spending, they close shop and go. They never take opportunity to look at the result. And that's where we're falling short of. Yeah.
Your journey of growth has taken, I would say, roughly 30 years from when you started your primary and pushing yourself to where you are now.
Yes.
I want you to face the camera and share what it means to really be successful in the journey that it takes to get there.
Oh my goodness. It's number one, I think it's about vision. Having a vision. I think even in the Bible says those without vision perish. So you need to have a vision of what you want to be and where you want to be. And number two is about resilience. Okay. For those that are going to be watching us, I want to be blunt here and say there's no free lunch. There's no free lunch. And there's no free thing that you're going to get. If somebody offers you something for free, mind you, one day you're going to pay for it. So you have to work for it. Be resilient. You're going to pass through challenges, ups and downs. But at the end of the day, the vision should be the driver of what you want to see. And then the third one that I think takes to be is really to know who you are. To know who you are. To know the skills that you have. To build strength around the skills that you have. So that you capacitate your skills that you have used, you can use those skills for growth. I'm saying this because I think I've built skills around proposal development and program management. And to the level that I'm now also even consulting to other people, training others. I think that's where you need to build your own. Find yourself and build around what you know you are best at.
Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story.
Thank you. And I appreciate all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.